Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Um, First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to my followers for not posting the past few weeks. As I said in my last video, I would be taking a while just trying to figure out as far as figuring out my work schedule and when I'm going to be posted and how I'm going to be recording. So it took some getting some used to with the fact that I have to be up by 4:30 a.m. to be at work at 6. But anyways, I got it all together now. So I apologize for not posting. And yeah. But thank you for tuning in, guys. And I will try to be more consistent in the near future. So, as you guys can see by the title of this video, I will be doing a aloe vera hair treatment. This is absolutely one of my favorite hair treatments of any hair treatments I think I've ever done. So, what it does, it helps with it helps, first of all, revert to your hair curls back. My hair is, I wouldn't say it's, actually, I think it's severely heat damaged. I'm in denial. But once I put aloe vera in my hair, you guys, it's a wrap. Like, it's a wrap. Them curls come back like they never left. Although it was still struggling when I put the aloe vera because I have been putting too much heat in my hair. Still, the aloe vera just, at least it moisturizes it as well. But this is one of my favorite hair treatments. Like I said before, I will always and forever use aloe vera. I even use it on my skin, on my face, and it just has your face glowing. Like aloe vera all together is just, it's really good. But just a few of like what the benefits of using aloe vera on your hair. It helps with stuff like if you have dry scalp, that definitely helps with that. Dandruff or itchy scalp. Like I said, it adds soft texture. It reduces frizz. Like, it's just so good. It helps the hair shine, and it's also good for growth. Like, aloe vera is just the way to go, guys. So I'm actually not going to tell a story time with this video. I wanted to talk more today about postpartum. I believe in my last video I was talking about how I gave birth to my son, and I had a C-section, how traumatizing that was. But I'm not saying I had like postpartum depression or anything. At least I don't think I did. I was fine. But my hair shedding was like a lot. This is my second child. So the first pregnancy, I believe I definitely had some hair shedding. But I just wanted to talk about what they don't tell you. I did not expect that. The first time, I should say, how much hair would be shedding. Like, I did not know anything of that. Just one day I had some extensions in my braids, and I was taking them out, and the amount of clumps of hair was falling out of my hair. Like, I was so distraught. Like, anybody who knows me knows that I love my hair. Like, my hair is everything for me. So, and I have really thick hair. It's very thick. It's luscious. Like, I love my hair. I love everything about it. So when I was for the first time seeing my hair come out in clumps like that, I panicked. I started crying. I made an appointment with my doctor. I was like, girl, what is happening? So I just wanted to touch on some stuff about hair loss postpartum. So what I've learned, I've done some research. And be sure to do your research too, guys, with anything that you put in your body or on your skin. It's always important to do your research. So as far as the aloe vera, do your research. So about the postpartum hair loss, I've learned that when you're pregnant, your pregnancy hormones keep your hair. So every day, everybody loses about 100 hair strands a day, but we don't notice that because, we're always playing our hair and we always just, doing the most. So you won't never ever really notice when those hair strands are coming out. So that's why it doesn't look as much, but every day you're losing about 100 hair strands a day. So when you're pregnant, you actually don't lose any of those hair. And that was very interesting. I had no clue. So that's why when you're pregnant, your hair looks all luscious and long and thick, and it's just like your shine prime time, okay? Because when I was pregnant, my hair got super long. It's still long, but the thickness of it is like, it's not there no more. It's not given. But yeah, so it's when you, after you, of course, you give birth, that's when all of your hair, not immediately after birth, like between birth to a year, depending if you're still breastfeeding, I know that you can still be shedding. And of course, my son's going on 1 now, and I'm still nursing, so I also learned that's part of why you can still be shedding. So yeah, so like I said, as long as you're nursing, your hair, I mean, it's around the first birthday, they always say, around when your baby's turning 1, that's when your hair should, be going back, it should be back to its normal state from prior to when you were pregnant. So honestly, it's nothing to worry about, guys. Nothing to worry about, even though it's a scary experience, especially if you're like me and you love your hair. It's definitely like, I don't know, it's annoying, because I definitely cried a few times with my hair. Like I was crying, okay, like a big baby. Like every time I did my hair, I was just like, yeah, no. So that's why I'm like, let me hurry up and go do this hair treatment with the aloe vera, because I know aloe vera is good for hair growth and amongst the other things I listed. Not knowing though, before I did my research, not knowing that my shedding is actually normal. So that's why I say, make sure you guys always do your research. So tips for dealing with postpartum hair loss. Always make sure that you guys are eating, getting the right nutrients. Don't be too rough on your hair. Like, this should be for anyone, not just anyone that's having postpartum hair loss. This should be for everyone, especially women with longer hair. You should be detangling your hair from the ends and working your way up to the roots. I hope you guys know that. And use the right accessories, like don't put, I know some people like super tight ponytails, but if you're having postpartum hair loss, you might want to retain from that. Don't put any heat in your hair. Wish I would have known that. But, I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but like go easy on it, and it's just not for the hair loss. Again, it should be like that in general. Like you shouldn't be putting too much heat in your hair. Also, you want to take breaks from like chemically based treatments. That's definitely something you don't want to put in your hair going through postpartum. Yeah, I'm not really big on doing anything chemical in my hair anyways. I'm natural. So yeah, and always talk to your practitioner if you feel like the amount is way too much. But I mean, it depends. If you have like super long hair, it's gonna look very dramatic. But either way, if you don't feel like, if you feel like it's way too much, then always call your primary doctor or your practitioner or whoever it is that you guys speak to. I don't know. I'm no professional in that part. But yes, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. I didn't think I was gonna have time to tell a story, but I guess. I mean, I guess it's only right to tell you guys my story time about having my firstborn. He's now 7, going to be 8 soon. So what happened? So I took my last 2 weeks from work. At that time I was working in retail and I was bloated. I was bloated. Like my cankles, were just, it was just awful. My last trimester, I suffered, just like my last pregnancy too. I, yeah, that third trimester, it's always a struggle for me. I'm sure for anybody else too. So, yeah, throughout the whole pregnancy, I was fine. Like, I was glowing, my hair was glowing, of course. And yeah, so the last trimester, I took I probably had 2 weeks prior to um, giving birth. And of course, in between those last 2 weeks, I was supposed to do my baby shower. So I was going on an appointment. I had took the last day off that Monday, and it was Tuesday I was going to my doctor's appointment, just my weekly follow-up and my checkup, sorry. And so what happened? I went for my checkup. They did the regular, you have to pee in a cup every visit. And so when they had checked my urine, I guess I had too much protein in it. And they told me, obviously, that's not normal. I was told that I had to go to the hospital just to double check and run some extra tests. My OBGYN at the time had just happened to tell me that she was going to be on vacation. So I was with this other lady that I didn't really like. But anyways, she had told me that I would have to go to the hospital so that they can, do more tests. She was like, you might have to stay, or you might get, I think she said that they sometimes give you like a gallon to like pee in so that they can check within like, I don't know, I guess a few days or so to see if it's like, so they can monitor it, I guess. So I immediately began to panic because all I heard was the word hospital. And I'm like, I don't know, something told me that I was not going to be peeing no damn gallon. Something told me that I was going to be in the hospital, and my baby shower was supposed to be that Saturday, and it was a Tuesday. So I'm like, oh my God. So first phone call I made, I think it was to my mom. I told her she was stuck at work, so I had to call my son's father. And where was he? I think he was far. I think he was like on his way to work. My mom had just dropped me off, and she had to go back to work and then got stuck. So I had planned to take like an Uber or something after anyways. So I was going to go home after, but then I'm like, okay, let me call my sister. So I called my sister, and I'm crying on the phone because I'm panicking. I'm like, I think I have to go to the hospital. They want me to go to the hospital because it's not too much. I'm just like freaking out for no reason. So I don't know where my sister was. And I tell this story all the time. I don't know where she was, but sis was there in a matter of 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, okay? Wherever she was at, she was like, I'm coming right now. So she came and picked me up. I didn't have no diaper bag. My bags that I packed up to go to the hospital, I didn't have that with me, obviously. So we went to the hospital. We did the check-in, and I'm sitting down waiting to get called. The whole time I'm sitting in the waiting room, I'm looking at these other pregnant women that's about to go into labor, doing all these yoga tricks on the fucking yoga ball. Excuse my language. I don't think I'm supposed to swear. But anyways, like, what the heck? Here I am all wobbling. I look like a damn penguin wobbling back and forth. I just looked miserable. And I'm looking around me at the other pregnant women, and they're just like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, ugh, I was so annoyed. So we waited. So they finally called me, and the doctor went to go check to see if I was dilated while she was down there. And, whatever. So she goes, oh. I'm like, what? She was like, oh, I just popped your water. I'm like, sis, excuse me? What do you mean? I didn't actually do that. I have a baby shower to get to Saturday, so if you want to, I don't know what I'm here for, but I need y'all to wrap it up. So she was like, yeah, your water just broke. So she was like, it looks like you're going to have to stay. I was like, what? Oh my God, why? She was like, looks like you're going to have to stay. We're going to have to keep you. I think this was like after they might have did the protein, maybe pee in a cup, and they was like, yeah, it's too high, so we have to keep you. And what else happened? She popped my water. They gave me some pill because they didn't want me to start going into labor too soon or something like that. I don't remember. This was about 7 years ago, guys. So yeah, so me and my sister just looking at each other like, well, guess he's coming. But they were telling me and my sister that he wasn't gonna be coming out anytime soon. They was like, oh, you guys might be here all week. It's gonna be a slow process, whatever. So my sister had to go back to work. She would have stayed with me, but she had to go back to work. And my son's father had came and stayed with me throughout the rest of the time, obviously. So what was it? It was a Tuesday. So I want to say the next following day I'm in the hospital, and my cousin actually ended up coming because those are the two people I wanted in the room with me. I mean, I wanted my mom in the room, but she was like, I can't look at you in those conditions and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, woman, you're my mother. You're supposed to be in here with me, but I guess she can't handle the hospital, whatever. So I had to ask my cousin, who was well experienced with 3 kids prior, yeah. She has 3 kids, so I need somebody else other than this man to like be with me. And thank God she was, because I'm gonna just be honest, like this man argued with me in the damn hospital. I don't like I'm gonna get to that. So anyways, we are where are we now? Okay, so it's like in the morning and we're just chilling. I started to feel the contractions. It was starting to get like very like strong, and I was starting to feel it through the meds that they were giving me. So they were asking me if I wanted to get an epidural, which I agreed to. I'm trying to think, guys, because this is a long time ago. So they did the epidural. If you guys don't know, whoever's listening to this video, you don't have no kids yet, or you have a baby on the way. That was not fun. I'm not lying. That needle, they didn't show me the needle, but I know the needle was long. Okay, so no. It's not even a needle, honestly. It's like they put the needle and then it's like this long like string thingy that goes up your back, and then they take the needle out. The needle doesn't stay in your back. It's a string. You don't feel it. You don't. But the only time you feel anything is when you press the button that goes up and down your, like you just feel this cold thing going up your spine. And that obviously helps release the pain. So what happened? So yeah. I felt like I felt everything though. Like I don't know if the meds was not working. They didn't want to give me like the strongest dosage yet because I was not dilated yet I don't know. They weren't ready to give me the strong dosage, they said, because I was just there just to like, prolong, I guess, the break. I don't know. I remember, guys. So anywho, I felt the contractions. Long story short, I felt the contractions. So I don't know if it was because I was being dramatic, whatever it was, I felt it. I felt like the medication was not working. So the doctor was coming in because I'm like, y'all need to figure it out because I think this baby's coming out. So when they had checked to see, when the doctor came and checked to see if I was dilated, and she was like, oh, you're ready. You're 10 centimeters. You're ready. So they hurried up, called the anesthesia guy, and he came and he was like, oh, well, it's time. Like all these doctors, nurses, everybody that needs to be coming in the room, they all came in the room, and I was just overwhelmed and I started crying because I'm like, reality is now setting in. I mean, I know I was pregnant, but I'm still like in La La Land, like, oh yeah, I'm about to have a baby. But like that very moment hit me like that. Like I was like, okay, this kid is coming now. Ready or not, whether you like it, he's coming. So after they had put the epidural, the last dosage, whatever, I guess, I don't know. He was ready to come, and the nurse comes, and she was like, so yeah, this is going to take a while. I'm thinking the process is going to be like 1-2 push. push out. No. It was like, yeah, it takes about an hour up to 2 hours. Your first time moms, it could take you up to 2 hours. I was like, what? 2 hours to push out the kid? I never knew about any of that. I just never knew. So, what happened? And also too, like when you feel like you have to take TMI, but not really, whatever. When you feel like you have to go to the bathroom, like take a poop, that's definitely a signal that baby's coming. You do not need to go to the bathroom, sis. Like, you need to take a mean one. When you feel like you need to take a mean one, that means that baby is coming. So I told my cousin that, and she was like, oh no, that means the baby's coming. I'm like, no, it's not. I gotta go to the bathroom. She's like, no, the baby's coming. I'm calling the doctor. I'm like, no. I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, no, I'm telling you, the baby's coming. So she completely ignored me. Then I remember that's when the doctors came and everybody else was like, okay, let's check you, blah, blah, blah. So now they're like, got my legs spread out. And they're like telling me on every contraction that I have to push. So each contraction, of course, I'm pushing. I'm like dramatic. I'm crying. I don't know how to feel, honestly. I was so emotional, obviously. Who wouldn't be? So as I'm like in mid push, I don't even remember what this man decided to argue with me about. I like what else was there for you to argue with me about? Because like I don't remember. But I just remember my cousin sitting on the other side of me, and she's like, "Hello." Like, looking at him, like, what are you arguing with her about? She's pushing out your child. Like, are you... Y'all. Whew. Anywho, I was just like, it made me even more overwhelmed. Guys, be careful who you have a baby with, okay? Because I'm not saying, like, just be careful, okay? I don't want to go too much details about it. Just make sure that you have a loving, caring partner on your side that you know for a fact that will go above and beyond just to make you simply happy. Point blank, period. That's it. That's if you have someone like that by your side, you're good. Okay? So yeah, so whatever, we push. Finally, my baby, after an hour and a half, came out, and it was like an experience that I will never forget. I mean, who could, And even when my second child had a C-section, like, it still was a very overwhelming feeling for me. The same way I felt when I gave birth, like when I, pushed him out, was the same feeling I had when I had a C-section and I saw him for the first time. I think it was just that first time when you see them after so long, just wondering what they look like. You're just like, oh my God, like, this is my baby. And yeah, it was like, it was an amazing experience. And for all you future moms, like, I pray that you guys all have an amazing experience. I hope you guys have a loving partner as well. And I hope those who are trying to have, those who want to have, and those who don't want to, hey, take your time, sis. Take your time. Trust and believe me. So before the video ends, this is just a quick, I just showed you guys my shedding, how much hair I was shedding, and this is my after. But thank you. Don't forget to click like, subscribe.